ahead and open it up for questions for Ryan Conwell, and Kobe will start with Jody.
Kobe, got to ask first. Coach was talking about the smack talk going on, and who's going to win the football game, and how much smack talk is there really going on between you and Coach?
I would say he's doing most of the talking. He's just kind of yapping away. But yeah, big time game coming up on Friday night. St. X is going to win. It's without question, but it's just a matter of how much and how ugly it's going to get.
Ryan, you played against Cincinnati last year. Obviously, that was a huge game for Xavier, and just on everything that goes into that. What was your biggest takeaway from that game, and then getting another chance to play against them now?
Yeah, I've actually played Cincinnati every single year.
Really?
I've been in college, so I'm pretty familiar with them. But I mean, they're just a very hard playing team. Very long, athletic. And it'll be a great challenge for us. But yeah, it means a little bit more to be able to play against them again and having lost last year. I definitely want to get this win. So.
You guys have an opportunity to go on the road. Is it something you're looking forward to, playing in front of some different fans?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's part of the season. Taking those road trips with your teammates and the coaches and all those people that just kind of come along with you. But there's no better place than playing right here at home at the Center. So. We of course would rather be here at home, but we're excited to get out on the road.
Kobe, obviously, to play in your hometown, though, how special is this opportunity for you, and are you expecting family to be there as well? What is that going to look like for you?
Yeah, no, this is really cool. First time I've been able to do something like this. First time I've played in this arena. It's going to be nice to get back, downtown. I haven't been there probably in a couple months or so since the season's kicked up, but yeah, I'm going to have a lot of family and friends there. To be the first time being able to see me play, for some of them, but yeah, no, I'm really excited. Can't wait.
What's been the biggest point of emphasis this week for you all as you headed to this game, just in terms of coming off last game and then a prepping for Cincinnati?
I would say one is definitely just rebounding, playing with a lot of physicality. They crash the glass, very hard. It's something they take a lot of pride in, is get an offensive rebound. And then just, guarding the ball and take care of the ball. They're a great transition team. They like to get downhill and get out in transition. So, us turning the ball over would definitely play into their favor. So, those are some of the things, rebounding and taking care of the ball.
Kobe, you growing up there, you've seen their program, obviously different faces, different coaches and all that, but it's always been that tough, hard nose, hasn't it, that Cincinnati kind of grit?
Yeah, and I think that's kind of what the city's kind of built on, just toughness, kind of doing whatever you got to do to get to what you want to get to and make it, get to your success at the end of the day. That's just kind of how their team is, they're a junkyard dog team who's scrappy, willing to, dive on the loose ones, contest everything at the rim. So yeah, it's gonna be a gritty game, but this is what this program is built on: toughness, grit, physicality, all those little things.
Ryan, you had mentioned how the Cincinnati game probably means a little bit more to you. How much does having played Xavier last year kind of play into that? And also, you add into the fact that Louisville and Cincinnati are former longtime conference rivals.
Yeah, it definitely plays a factor. But at the end of the day, it's just another game, and I want to win every single game. So no matter who we're playing against, I want us to get the job done. But just being a little bit more familiar with them and just playing against them, I definitely want to get this win. Just having lost to them last year. So.
This is a question for both of y'all. The NCAA published a report this week saying over a third of men's basketball players have been harassed by bettors, and Coach Kelsey talked about how he had some kids at College of Charleston explain to him what prop bets are. Is that anything that you guys have kind of dealt with, and how do you, block out the noise, as Coach Kelsey likes to say?
I think probably about every college player that has experienced it at some rate. Some of us probably experience it more than others, but me personally, I'm a big person on control what you can control. So you can't really control others' behaviors and how they may act off the floor or on social media. But I just try to, you know, keep the main thing, and that's, you know, to play the game that I love. So, yeah, I mean, it's definitely noise and it's definitely there, you know, and as much as you try to block it out, you'll still come across it from time to time. But, I mean, it's out of my hands. So.
Yeah, I would say, you know, the first time I kind of was first like introduced and, you know, saw how serious people take this stuff was when I first kind of got to college Charleston. You know, people choose what they want to do with their money. I mean, if you want to bet on a bunch of college kids trying to put a ball in a hoop, then, I mean, so be it. But kind of like what Ryan said, you know, we can't do anything about what they have to say, how they act, what they do. So, you know, we just kind of stay in our bubble and just keep playing basketball.
I think, you know, Coach Kelsey talks about the 4 factors, excuse me, offensively. How much so far through the first 4 games is opponent free throw rate a worry for you guys, and has that been a point of emphasis from the staff in terms of defending?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a worry. You know, it's definitely something that we got to work on. But I think early in the summer and then in the preseason, one thing that you always want to build on is, you know, being the more physical team. So I think right now that's, you know, as much as it is kind of like annoying and it's like nitpicky, it's something that we're going to clean up as time goes on. You know, we'd rather be over physical than not physical enough, and then we can adjust from there. But no, I wouldn't say it's much of a worry.
Anything else for these two?
Kobe, how do you look at your role? How do you kind of look at what your role is in on this team? And it can be different every game, can't it?
Yeah, no, I would just say provide a quick boost of energy. You know, get these guys a break early in the half, early in the game, and, you know, do what I can do on the defensive end, get us out in transition, you know, get the ball moving a little bit. Especially, you know, kind of Ali and I coming at the same time, so, you know, letting him kind of facilitate for our offense and, you know, letting us cut, and, you know, we got great shooters everywhere, so trying to get those guys open. You know, just every, like, little things, taking charges, diving on loose balls, rebounding, guarding the guys with player, kind of picking up full court, kind of trying to just wear the other team down as much as I can. So, you know, when it does get to winning time or like last 4 minutes of the game, these guys are fresh and at their best.
All right. Thank you, guys.